Hi everyone, I'm Terry Rock. I'm the President and CEO of Platform Calgary. Welcome to our 5th Founder Showcase for the Junction program. I would like to acknowledge that we live, work, play, and innovate in the traditional territories of the Blackfoot Confederacy, the Siksika, Kainai, Piikani, the Tsuut'ina, Niexi, Nakota Nations, and the Métis Nation Region 3, and all people who make their homes in Treaty 7 region of Southern Alberta. It is a privilege to be here, a privilege to work and to create the future together. And tonight's event is brought to you by Platform Calgary. We are Calgary's innovation ecosystem builder. We're excited to work with entrepreneurs, with investors, with corporations to build a new engine of prosperity for Calgary and for Alberta. We're also excited about the fact that we are building the Platform Innovation Center, opening in 2021, that will pull all of this under one roof, making it easy to access, so that events like this, when we're able, will be happening all the time at the Innovation Center. Over time, we're going to build thousands of new jobs in the city and hundreds of new tech companies to grow our economy. And now we're on to the fun of the evening. You're about to hear from 14 participants of the 5th cohort of our Junction program. Junction is our signature program for first-time founders. It brings resources from all over the community over 9 weeks to help people build the foundations of their business and learn the mindset of what it takes to build a high-growth tech company. We've had tremendous successes with this program as it's been going over the past year and a half. We look forward to many more. I hope you enjoy tonight's presentation.
Hi, I'm Matt Henschke, a family doctor and co-founder of AVA Industries. As a family doctor, I found I was spending more time documenting visits and less time actually visiting with patients. Our clinic tried to solve this problem by adding third-party applications to our existing electronic medical record software, or EMR for short. Unfortunately, given the limited level of integration, we found this only served to complicate our clinical workflows. We were still spending a significant amount of time on the phone or faxing information to other doctors. Yes, the healthcare system still runs on fax. As a software developer, I felt like we could significantly improve Alberta's health ecosystem. AVA EMR is our flagship product. It's a comprehensive clinical platform that allows family doctors to get more work done with 60% less clicks. Our design philosophy was that we should be able to get 90% of our workflow done over 3 screens. As one example, our lead competitor, it takes 9 clicks and 3 pop-up windows in order to prescribe a new medication. In AVA EMR, this can be completed in 3 clicks and on the same window that you're already documenting in. We also are beta testing a patient portal. Our early feedback has been that our patients love having access to their record, being able to update their medical record, as well as booking appointments online, and they loved being able to do telemedicine all from the same platform. Over the last 6 months, we've been able to convert 50% of our demos into paying customers. This represents 74 physicians over 16 clinics and 87,000 patient records. There is a significant market opportunity. Over the last 6 months, the second largest EMR in Western Canada has been retired. That provides us with a significant opportunity to jump into the market and quickly gain market share. Currently at AVA Industries, we're growing faster than we can actually handle with our current team. We have a wait list to onboard new clinics. We're currently looking for a customer success representative that can help clinics that we onboard successfully implement all that AVA EMR has to offer. If you're interested in joining a quickly changing, fast-paced startup environment, we would be happy to have you on the team.
My name is Nasrif, and I'm one of the co-founders and CEO of Tutorship. Due to COVID-19, there has been a tremendous amount of innovation in the education technology space, making it one of the fastest growing industries in the world today. And these innovations are here to stay. Like many others, tutors were one of those affected during the ongoing pandemic, and I saw it firsthand when my mom, who tutors junior high and high school students, had to transition to online tutoring. She tried a few of the existing platforms today, but they didn't really cater to her needs. So I wanted to help ease with this transition. I talked to tutors of various backgrounds, from university students and teachers who tutor on the side to professional tutors who do it full time. One of the challenges that we discovered was that tutors often waste time chasing overdue payments. Now, this wasn't because they couldn't afford to pay, but rather they just forgot. Another problem that we discovered was that tutors typically use between 2 to 9 tools to run an online tutoring business. By tackling these problems, we wanted to make it easier for tutors to collect their payments on time and make it easier for them to run an online tutoring business in this massive $24 billion industry. Tutorship makes it easier for tutors to collect payments and get started because there's no upfront cost. They only pay a small transaction fee when they get paid. It's also possible for tutors to invite and build an engaging community with their students. We currently have about 42 early access signups from across 3 provinces in Canada and 4 countries around the world. Now, this is primarily through our personal network and some who happen to come across our social media pages. We're going to be opening our first round of investments. If you're interested, please come and talk to me. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, my name is Danica and I am the co-founder and CEO of Normative. So we'll start off with a fun fact. Did you know that currently when women use health tracking softwares, they are currently measured as a percentage of a man? And in case you're like, okay, that's weird, but so what? This means that any physiological states that do not exist in the template, aka the man, cannot be borne out in the female. So that means that states such as a menstrual cycle, pregnancy, and menopause cannot exist while you're tracking your health goals. This is really problematic in that, imagine as an example, you are a pregnant person and you are trying to maintain your fitness goals throughout your pregnancy, and your fitness tracker is telling you you're getting slow and fat instead of crushing it, hitting your goals. That's super problematic and really alienating. And what's really surprising about this is that the vast majority of health tracking users are female. They're women, and yet they're being so dramatically underserved. And the gap is only growing on this. There has been a 45% increase in health tracking software use since the onset of COVID-19, and femtech specifically is set to double, and it's an $18 billion industry by 2026. This is a massive opportunity, and women are so hungry for it. We put out a small call to action for about 2 weeks. We have 150 beta testers on our software based on that 2-week outreach. And over our efforts from just this past weekend, we got 160 new beta testers on our waitlist to go into our next round. Our objective is to hit 3,000 beta testers by March 8th. This gives us a de-identifiable population within the medical community so that we can create a new normative that's based on the female body. So what we're looking for right now is for partners, strategic partners, whether they're in the research space or they have a commercial community that they think would really fit this, to help us get this software into the hands of users, because we already know they're really excited about it.
My name is Dan McGinnis, and I'm the founder of Thunderbird Farms, an integrated aquaponics farm on the Blood Reserve here in southern Alberta. First Nations across North America suffer from a host of issues, like addictions, chronic overcrowding and often poor housing, a lack of infrastructure, and even access to clean water and food. While some of these problems are far too complex for any one person, there was something we could do about a couple of them. So we built a straw bale house and an off-grid power system, and then we turned to aquaponics to see if that'll secure our food supply. We aren't alone in exploring aquaponics, however, and our competitors range from do-it-yourselfers in the backyard to containerized systems ready to deploy in days to multinationals using robotic greenhouses producing thousands of pounds of food. They all have one thing in common, however, and that's their reliance on the grid or fuel for power. I believe that Thunderbird Farms is unique in that we've been using low-impact, low-energy, environmentally friendly, what I like to call lo-fi technologies that use off-the-shelf parts and proven aquaponics systems. With over 1,200 First Nations communities in North America and hundreds of thousands of other disadvantaged communities in both Canada and the U.S., there is room for growth. With our partnerships with Lethbridge College and the leading aquaponics scientists in the world, we believe that our methods will be well received once we finish our prototype. We are looking for $50,000 to finish our second commercial scale prototype and fully validate all our systems. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Monty, the founder of Ascent. The real estate industry today is much like the travel industry was 20 years ago. Information is fragmented, held by a few players, and really hard to visualize. In cities like Vancouver, real estate developers have shifted towards creating rental units and see this as a trend going forward. Pricing out rentals is hard though. I worked as a real estate analyst and I'd have to manually scrape data from Craigslist, Kijiji, and Facebook Marketplace. This would take me almost 30 hours monthly and still result in a price that was more art than science. The best options I'd have in the market would be services like CoStar and Urban Analytics, which manually call developers to ask for market comparables. There are two main problems with this though. This data would be 1 to 2 months old, and we wouldn't have the granularity that we needed. This meant that we wouldn't know the difference between renting a 2-bedroom on the first versus 21st floor of a building. Ascend automates the research process and provides more in-depth data to developers. Our clients can look up every property posted within a city and receive real-time analytics on how their leases compare to those of their peers. We utilize over 80,000 data points, updated daily, including past rents, quality of buildings, and area amenities to help developers predict the best rent price. We run on a yearly software subscription and have an overall addressable market of $2.45 billion. Since we launched our product over a month ago, we've already booked $14,000 in revenue from property managers and developers in Vancouver. Our goal is to modernize this part of the real estate industry, and we have the skills to do so. We have operations experience from ex-McKinsey consultants, real estate knowledge from ex-CBRE analysts, and coding experience from ex-Microsoft developers. Our goal over the next 3 months is to have 22 clients in the cities of Vancouver, Calgary, and Toronto. If anyone in the audience has connections to residential developers or property managers, please reach out to me. Help me make real estate more transparent.
Can you imagine trying to decide whether to buy a stock, but the most recent information you had on that stock was from over a year ago? Further, can you imagine missing out on $750K several times a year because you either didn't have time to read a report or that report had nothing on the fastest growing new communities in your city? Well, that's exactly how it feels to be a commercial mortgage analyst trying to lend to new community developers. Hi, my name is Jason, and I'm a co-founder at DelveIn Analytics. With our team's extensive real estate experience, we saw this problem all the time. As opposed to the fat reports and unconsolidated data sets, DelveIn focuses you on what you should look at and what not to waste time on. We bundle the best of what's out there in terms of real estate research with our own proprietary data points to truly bring you expert insights to your fingertips. In other words, our data points reduce lending risk for these large commercial lends, and our data presentation saves time and enables analysts to complete 30% more deals. With the size of deals our customers provide, this translates to hundreds of thousands of dollars in value annually for them. The market size is 60 million of potential annual revenue in Canada alone through a monthly subscription service. So far, we have 2 major Canadian mortgage lenders as test partners. We're in talks with 4 more, and one of which is in the proposal process. Our plan over the next 3 months is to sign 3 to 5 new customers, which will provide us the sustained working capital for expansion, further data functionality, and make us a must-have for these analysts. Our ask is for introductions and referrals to the mortgage lending industry, as well as advisors to guide us in our growth. Thank you.
My name is Liam Innes, and I'd like to talk to you about dogs. These wonderful creatures fill our lives with love and joy, but not unlike an eternal 2-year-old, they require our constant attention and care. We all have days where 24 hours just isn't enough to get everything done. On these busy days, dog owners are faced with a choice. Do they leave work early, miss out on a social gathering, Or do they skip a walk with Fido, promising themselves they'll take him for an extra long walk tomorrow? Sadly, none of these options is perfect, and they're often left feeling guilty for neglecting their loyal companion. When thinking about how I might solve this problem, I thought of my family dog, a black lab named Riker. When I left for university, I noticed that I missed taking him for walks, throwing him a ball, and his enthusiastic greetings at the door every time I left for longer than 30 seconds. At Geobark, we are using technology to connect these busy dog owners with those of us that have a dog-shaped hole in our hearts. Once connected, owners and borrowers are able to meet, build rapport, and ultimately exchange volunteer pet care services such as walking and boarding. Best of all, our four-legged friends receive the exercise, mental stimulation, and socialization they deserve on a daily basis. Our prime directive is to help people and help pets. We do this in part by operating on a pay-what-you-can model. This way, we're able to offer our service without excluding anyone on the basis of cost, while we're supported by our most passionate members. We launched in July of 2020 and have 70 users in Calgary and Edmonton. In the next 6 months, we aim to increase our user base to 1,000 and form strategic partnerships with pet rescue organizations. If you can help us reach these goals via a warm introduction to somebody at one of these organizations, or simply by referring a friend, I encourage you to reach out and do so. Thank you.
That wraps the first half of our pitches tonight. I hope you enjoyed hearing from those founders. At Platform Calgary, our mission is empowering people building the next economy. That's why we're really excited to bring you this next segment where we hear directly from people who are alumni of our programs, who are out there building businesses that are employing Calgarians. Embold is a Junction alum that helps brands and agencies work with Canadian micro-influencers. Athennian is a summer incubator program alum that's been raising money and growing like crazy. They're a legal entity management software company used by law firms and legal departments globally to organize and automate entity management. Enjoy these interviews.
My name is Umair Tazim, and I'm the founder and CEO of Embold.
My name is Shane Fast, and my company, or the company I started with my business partner, is Athennian.
Embold is an influencer marketing platform that focuses on connecting advertisers to social media influencers to help them reach local and regional audiences.
We give paralegals superpowers so that their work is more seamless, more productive, and more impactful.
I started Embold in 2018. At the time, I was working on another marketing company where I was helping local businesses reach their customers online, and influencer marketing was something that kept coming up. And whenever I would try to help them out with it, there was always these clear issues that always stood out. There was agencies in the market that were just too expensive. Worked with larger influencers. There was platforms that were out there, but they primarily focused on American influencers and also had a very enterprise-focused solution. So that's when I started Embold. Felt like there was a clear gap in the market, and I thought that we could address it really well.
I started the company because I wanted to learn, and I wanted to start something from scratch and build it from the ground up. Being part of something that was already established and very large personally wasn't appealing. I think a lot of other people in our team felt the same way. There's quite a few different motivations that I think our team had, wanting to just build their skills out in a place that allowed them to. But more importantly, I think, was the confluence of motivations we had at the time. Maybe a sort of axe to grind against the legal industry a little bit. From the engineering point of view, we kind of had a bit of an experience where we backtracked with the previous idea because we didn't understand the legal stuff. So the confluence timing just happened so that it worked out really well for ourselves as the engineering group and Adrian, our CEO, who was the lawyer on our team initially.
The biggest thing that I would say I learned from Junction was really two main things. The first was the focus on customers. I know with all of our sessions, there was multiple sessions that were heavily focused on speaking to your customers, figuring out their needs. And then the other main thing was sales. And so, and just really realizing that there's no business if we don't have revenue coming in. And I really wanted to focus on building a sustainable business that wasn't reliant on any outside factors aside from revenue. And so those are the two things that Junction really helped me out with. And we just zeroed in from day one, and it's stuck with me since.
One real big piece of knowledge that's stuck with me particularly over the years was something that David Yiptong said over and over again. You gotta remember the F word, which was focus. And it's something I still am fighting with day to day a lot, because there's just so many shiny things out there. All the feedback you're getting from clients, new technologies, just a myriad of other distractions on social media or what have you, and just being able to prioritize and drill down into what's important is really difficult.
We've really grown our influencer roster. At the time, we only had a few hundred, and right now we're approaching 3,000. We've really scaled up our influencer outreach. We're onboarding about 200 influencers every week. We've grown our development capabilities. We now have 6 developers working with us on our product. We're just about to launch our self-serve platform, and we've really grown our revenue, especially in the last few months after recovering from COVID. We've worked with some really cool brands, customers like BMO, Brookfield, and Second Cup. But really, it's been our growth in influencers, growth on our team, and our paying customers.
The opportunity supported by the program to go down to Silicon Valley and talk to a whole bunch of people, which actually led to our first pivot. So initially, our first product was a document generation product. We found out very quickly that idea wasn't going to work, and we had to change things up. So that, I would say, was one of the big milestones, albeit a bit painful at the time, but I'm very grateful for that.
We're actually just about to launch our self-serve platform, which is for advertisers, so like agencies and brands. So that's really our focus at the time. But over the next 5 years, we really see ourselves in full scale mode, growing our fully managed services, and then our self-serve platform, growing out our team, building a media focus, advertising technology business here in Calgary. And seeing where it goes, I think we can add some really great services to our additional offering, sign up some great customers, and really grow our team.
Right now we have a pretty strong presence in Canada, some presence in the United States. So now we're spreading into the UK. We have a client in South Africa, so I'm hoping to go into the EU markets, the South American markets, and the Asia markets.
The one thing that I would say to a first-time founder is to speak to your customers as fast and as often as possible. Even for us, I feel when we started, we really focused on development and getting developers in-house and all of that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of resources out there right now that allow you to put together an MVP, put together some basic ways you can solve your customers' pain points, and to just validate your assumptions. So I would say that's the biggest thing. Instead of spending time on development, money on development, you can put together your basic MVP, your value prop, and see if it actually works. I wish we had done more of that. We're definitely doing more of that now, but that would be the one thing that could really help out any first-time founder.
From my experience, I would say team is the most important thing. So getting to know the people you work with intimately is not in a weird way, of course, but go play laser tag or do a locked room or something like that, and just being able to trust them and understand them, and really building those relationships as tight knot as possible. I think that's the biggest factor in your control when it comes to building a company, and I wouldn't undersell that by any means.
I'm still connected with a lot of the Junction alumni. I'm still able to connect with, I've been able to make so many valuable connections going through Junction and meeting the tech community in Calgary. I always see ourselves as, like, you know, when we started, I started with just Startup Calgary, went to some of their canvases, their canvas programming, and then from there went to Junction and then so on. And so throughout that whole tech and innovation space, all of the different organizations that have helped us, I think that's the most unique thing, is there's so many people out there that will connect you with who you need to talk to or someone in their network that could help. And that's really helped us out.
Yeah, within Calgary's ecosystem, I think we have certain advantages in terms of our living standard and what we can offer people working in the industry here. Before COVID, 99% of our company was based in Calgary, and since then, people spread out, or we've hired people from other places. So we have a few people in the Greater Toronto area, a couple people in Montreal, a person out of Vancouver, a couple people in the United States now that work for us, one in Brazil. As an industry, remote is a viable option, and yeah, I think our company is proof of that. You know, even with COVID, our productivity stayed high.
What I hope we can see in Calgary, especially in the startup space, is more funding and investment, especially for the early stage companies. We've been fortunate to have a business where it's really easy for us to get to revenue because we had that fully managed agency solution. But I know a lot of other tech companies don't have that option. They really need different like funding resources, investors, and all of those types of things. And I really hope that we can see more of that and really attract some talent here in Calgary.
As an ecosystem, we need to put the case forward that what's most important is trying to convince individuals and their family that Calgary is the right place to put down their roots. And I think we have a very strong case. We have great amenities, high standard of living, great education, medical care, you name it. So, I think Calgary has a big leg up in terms of raising a family and not just growing your career, but also just meeting a lot of your other goals, like raising kids and being a contributing member of your community. Take a strategy where we convince individuals to move to Calgary, since convincing companies might not necessarily be the right way to go, in my opinion. I think we'll get a lot farther sort of changing the hearts and minds of one person at a time.
All right, folks, the evening isn't over yet. Coming up, we have 7 more pitches from our Junction founders. Enjoy.
My name is Sam Hale, and I'm one of 2 founders of NutriMeals. Since 2017, NutriMeals has created a place where healthy meals and convenience coexist. Our customer, Mary, is a busy working professional that has to prioritize her time. Unlike meal kits that deliver raw and unprepared ingredients, we deliver prepared meals that are ready to reheat and eat in under 2 minutes. We have already established over 800 customers like Mary who like our product because 1, it is more organized by offering a weekly meal plan. 2, it is healthier than fast food. And 3, it is much more cost effective than takeout. We are currently on track to doubling our revenues compared to our previous year, over 90% of which has come from Alberta and been primarily organic growth with limited ad spend. Over the next 6 months, we plan on expanding our reach across Canada by utilizing our marketing and distribution channels. We have already started talking with other food manufacturers to create the product on our behalf. As we learn from our customers, we discover an opportunity to make fresh, ready-to-eat meals more readily available. We are using automated kiosks as standalone retail units, but with a conjunctular app allows the user to view the inventory, purchase the product, as well as vend the product using only their smartphone. So far, we have launched 2 of these kiosks in downtown Calgary and plan to expand into high-density residential, gyms, airports, and hotels. To expand, We are currently seeking investors to help build our development team as well as our sales team. Thank you.
There are so many small businesses that deal with appointments every day. Estheticians, doctors, realtors, and I used to be part of this group with my immigration consulting company. The main problem with appointment is back and forth conversation with an attempt to figure out suitable time. That's why about 40% of businesses that deal with appointments every day use scheduling softwares like Calendly, Booksy, HubSpot, and other. So why are there so many businesses that are not satisfied yet? Because every business is unique, and every business has unique appointment workflow. My name is Evgeny, and I'm a founder of Okeh.ca, customizable scheduling software. Our main difference is that we are not forcing our clients to use our appointment workflow. We give them tools to create and personalize their own. We launched our beta version and got 100 plus signups. Our goal is to get 35,000 users in the next 3 years. Our strategy is to go for small, narrowed markets and build up our product based on client needs. Our first step is estheticians. We're looking for developers, investors, and people who deal with appointments and willing to join our discovery program. Again, my name is Evgeny, and I'm a founder of Okeh.ca. Thank you so much for your time.
Do you know that 1 in 4 e-commerce visitors will abandon the website that takes more than 4 seconds to load? On top of this, most shoppers who do not end up purchasing product will choose to shop somewhere else in the future because they were dissatisfied with the slow website speed. Hello, my name is Vishal, co-founder and CEO of Nestify, a startup helping e-commerce businesses optimize their website for better performance and speed, no matter their company stage. Over the past 2 years, we have built a proprietary WordPress hosting platform that helps our customers improve their customer experience by reducing their time lag, which boosts their customer conversion rate. WordPress comprises nearly half of the website on the internet today. Surprisingly, 90% of these websites use traditional hosting services, which do not offer any kind of scaling and performance services. The few hosting companies provide performance and scaling services, but that process is too time consuming and it often costs a fortune. We are currently provide our hosting as a subscription service where customers can choose monthly and annually options. We are serving customers like Walmart, PetSmart, USA Government, Avon, UC Berkeley, and regular SMEs. And we are on track to achieve 350K USD dollar this year. We aim to double this annual revenue in 2021. Our team has combined experience of 30 years in the technology industry. So we have plenty of expertise in executing and building right product. But to achieve revenue goals, we are looking to expertise in sales and marketing. We would love introduction to potential team members and advisors who will help us to grow our user base and hit our yearly revenue in 2021. Thank you for your time and consideration. Please feel free to reach out to me at vishal@nestify.io.
Hi, my name is Megan, the founder of CrossPath. I'm also a flight attendant by trade, and I've been to a multitude of different cities multiple times. And like many of you who travel for work, visit family often, or simply just want to go to around to adventure, a lot of us focus on experiencing something different to the location we're visiting. It was really hard for me to find the hyper-local businesses that offered the experiences of firsthand activities and unique dining venues. And it costed me time on TripAdvisor and blogs to funnel those qualities because those businesses don't have high marketing budgets that would put them on the top of a Google page the way a franchise would. I've created a mobile app, and when downloaded, a variety of hyper-local restaurants and guided experience will populate on a map at a close proximity to the user. We have approximately 40 businesses within the Bow Valley and Calgary who are on the app for free and will shift to a small monthly subscription when certain goals are met, making it affordable for the small business to reach a demographic that they wouldn't have been able to through search engines. Our current goal by January is to have 50 subscribed businesses in Calgary and 2,000 active users with a growing rate of 200 per month. With these goals, CrossPath's expected growth in 2 years will go from Alberta to all over Canada. What we need is investment, which will be used for marketing, enhancing, and maintaining technology, hiring an efficient team with similar passion and core values that the culture of CrossPath has to offer. I look forward to hearing from you and learning more on how we can get visitors to experience hyper-local businesses and support them during and after the pandemic. Thank you.
Today, long-term care and home care facilities are in crisis. They are operating in an inefficient analog manner that poses danger to patients' lives and could cause death. Sadly, COVID-19 has just proven that. Hi, my name is Mahmoud Mustafa. I'm a physician by training, and I'm also the founder of Access eHealth. Access eHealth was created out of my personal journey and experience working on the front line. Our goal is to help long-term care facilities and home care businesses deliver safe, quality care and improve patients' experience. Of the over 18,000 facilities in Canada, we are targeting privately owned organizations. Our product is a cloud-based integrated application that automates clinical and business processes. Unlike many of our competitors, Access EMR has built-in tools that detect early warning signs in patients. It allows clinicians make informed decisions and also intervene more quickly. Our revenue model is based on a monthly subscription charge per patient. Our short-term goal is to have 5 facilities beta test our application by January 2021. Our ask today from you is for introductions, referrals to long-term care administrators and chief executives. Come join us in creating better health for our seniors. Thank you.
You know, large capital construction projects typically take 20% longer to finish and overrun their budgets up to 80%. Global construction industry of $10.6 trillion lost up to 30% money owing to mismanagement and inefficiency. Hello, I am Prab, one of the 3 co-founders at Tracecost. Tracecost is a software venture by professionally qualified architects, technology experts, and real estate professionals. At present, Tracecost with 20+ member team aims to assist construction companies in making informed decisions based on real-time site data, procurement cycle, inventory management, and managed cash flows of projects. To summarize, we offer a comprehensive collaborative platform for all construction project needs. We have 2 revenue-generating clients, both construction giants in the Indian subcontinent, with a combined revenue of close to $1 billion. With success in the Indian market, Tracecost is now present in the Canadian region. We seek partnerships with large consulting companies such as McKinsey, Deloitte, and many more who have been active in the construction space. Further introduction to senior project team members at large construction companies such as PCL, Ledcor, or any similar companies will be our ask for the day. Remember, construction project automation is no more a luxury. It is a necessity. Reduce cost errors with Tracecost.
My name is Dylan Lougheed, and I'm a co-founder at SAGA Wisdom. SAGA is transforming the way professional learning can be done in the energy industry. The energy space is changing rapidly, and employees at oil and gas producers find it increasingly difficult to stay up to date and learn new skills. Their managers find it challenging to source experts for training as expertise has become critically scarce. This is why SAGA has built an online solution to bring these experts to these individuals. Our platform allows our customers to stay competitive by providing management with a more effective tool to train their team. We launched in 2019 and have secured $850,000 in subscription sales to date. The energy industry is in transition, and the skills of today aren't the skills of tomorrow. This energy industry will redirect its $4 billion annual spend towards training to new skill development. The go-forward method, in our view, is online, and this is where SAGA comes in. Our proprietary technology allows our learners to quickly access critical information, learn those concepts so that they can apply them directly to their business problems. Customers purchase annual subscriptions to our platform, and we pay our experts a royalty for their content. Our goal is to grow our subscription base from 400 to 10,000 active users by 2025, securing $30 million in annual revenue and a 5% market share. Our team is passionate about energy and experienced in commercializing energy technology. We know the business, we know the market. In the current crisis, we're seeing increased interest in our product, and so we will be deploying resources in sales, marketing, and product over the next 6 months. We're seeking expert advice and capital to help make this happen.
Well, that's a wrap on our pitches for tonight. I can't thank those founders enough for the amount of work they put into building their business. It's a privilege for Platform Calgary to be part of that journey, and we will be with them as they grow those businesses, and as I know you will, into the future. Don't go away. We'd really like you to mix and mingle, meet the startups through the networking portion of the event. And if you are interested, or you know someone that might be interested in participating in a program like Junction that has what it takes to do that, applications open for spring 2021 right now. Have a great evening.